Hello. Welcome guys to Premier Football Chat. Just going to drop a quick video previewing the weekend's fixtures. I've got my laptop over here to my right, so I'm just going to look at the fixtures, go through them and just let you know what I think is going to happen in the game. So let's get into the first fixture kicking off the weekend. So yeah, it's Aston Villa facing Arsenal. So both teams have lost recently to Man City in their last league game. So Aston Villa got beat by Man City at the Etihad, and yeah, it was pretty much game over by half time. They sort of rallied a little bit in the second half, but yeah, they've been conceding quite a few goals recently. They lost in their last home game as well, 4-2 to Leicester after taking the lead. Arsenal are also in a bit of a patchy spell as well, so they haven't won in 4 games, and yeah, they did get, and one of those is an FA Cup game against Man City, but yeah, 3 league games without a win, and yeah, they lost to Man City, so they'll need to get back to winning ways in this game. Unai Emery for Aston Villa will want to get a win against his old club and try to keep his team a bit more compact and tighter at the back like he did when he was at Villarreal. Arsenal need to get back to winning ways though if they're to get into the title race and go on to win the league. So yeah, they looked a bit leggy in that second half last night against Man City, but that's no excuse because they're out of the FA Cup and the Europa League hasn't resumed yet for them as well, and they've only played 1 cup game as well, 2 cup games of late against Oxford and Man City, so there's no excuse really. But Arteta should think about making a few changes as well. I don't know if Partey's going to be fit. I think he might be still injured potentially, and also I'd like to think that he could probably change the left hand side and probably start Trossard instead of Martinelli. So yeah, just switch it up a little bit. I wouldn't mind seeing maybe Kieran Tierney at left back because Zinchenko didn't have the best of games last night, and yeah, he was quite poor. And I don't think Tierney's done a lot wrong, to be honest, and he's good at overlapping. I know Arteta likes to have that inverted left back coming into the middle and yeah, making it a bit more shrewd up in the midfield, but I feel like in this game Kieran Tierney would be a better suit for Arsenal, and yeah, I'd tip them to get the win, to be honest, and get back to winning ways. But it's going to be a tight game, to be honest, and if that Villa crowd are up for it as well and they get a really good start, it's going to be a potentially tough game. And we've seen what a home crowd can do as well, because when they got beat by Everton they were really up for it as well, so it could be a tricky afternoon for Arsenal. So yeah, moving on, let's get into the game at the Amex Stadium between Brighton and Fulham. I think this could low-key be one of the games of the weekend because I really like the way these two play football, very good. I think Brighton play some amazing football and they pass the teams off the park a lot of the times as well, and under Potter they wasn't able to score goals, so they create a lot of chances but weren't able to finish up until this season. But they seem to be scoring goals now, and that's been continued with Dizabiri as well. He's continued that momentum for Brighton as well, and they're doing really good. So yeah, they'll be confident going into this one. I think in the last game they got a 1-1 draw against Crystal Palace, but yeah, they were all over and they battered him. And if it wasn't for that controversial goal that was ruled out, where it was Estepinian, I think it was. Yeah, his goal was ruled out because the guys at VAR can't draw a line to save their lives. So that's cost them the 3 points. And I think Fulham going into this one will be confident. They got a really good win against Nottingham Forest. Excellent goal from Willian, so it could be an exciting attacking game. So yeah, that's one to look out for. And yeah, let's look at some other fixtures. I'm just gonna have a look now. Yeah, Brentford take on Crystal Palace. So yeah, this is West London against South East London. So it's a bit of a derby. Palace haven't won a game this year. Brentford are going really well. It's going to be tough for Palace to get a win here. They could potentially sit back, get a draw potentially, because they've got some good players on the counter attack like Elise, but they're missing Zaha as well, so that's going to be a big loss to them. And Brentford are going really well. as well. They played really well against Arsenal at the Emirates, and I think they're probably going to either win this game or draw, so I'm going for Brentford in that one. And yeah, there's Chelsea Southampton as well, so this game is at Stamford Bridge. And yeah, like I said earlier about Graham Potter, when he was at Brighton in his early days, like, they created a lot of chances but couldn't score up until recently, and hence why he got the Chelsea job. And it's sort of following a similar pattern at Chelsea. So in the game against Dortmund last night, they created quite a lot of chances, the likes of Enzo Fernandez, João Felix, and they were really good, to be honest. They just couldn't score. So I feel like once it clicks, then they may start scoring. But in the summer, they definitely need a striker. I think Nkunku's joining Chelsea, so that could help them with the goals. But coming back to this game as well, I can't see anything other than a Chelsea win. Southampton didn't really play well last time out against Wolves. I don't know how you can throw away a 1-0 lead against 10 men at home. It's embarrassing, that, to be honest. It's not good enough, unacceptable. And yeah, they don't look like they'll have a manager coming into this one as well. So yeah, that's a Chelsea win for me. Oh yeah, big game as well, massive game. Two big clubs, Everton, Leeds United. Everton are in the bottom three, Leeds are just outside it. So yeah, Everton did let themselves down in the Merseyside derby. Jordan Pickford, I don't know what he was doing. Like, he was Liverpool's best player, to be honest. The way he came out for the ball, and then it just made it so easy for Liverpool to score. Salah it was, and yeah, Connor Cody. Yeah, it was Connor Cody. He didn't intercept the ball for the second goal, and then yeah, Liverpool managed to score. So they'll need to be a lot better, and Sean Dyche will have got into him in training after that performance. But yeah, they've got the Goodison Park crowd as well, so they'll be up for it. It's going to be a tough game for Leeds as well. I said Leeds United would win in my prediction, because like, they played quite well against Man United in their recent games, but it doesn't look like they'll have a manager, like a permanent manager in charge as well in time for this fixture, so it could be a tough game for them, and it's not going to be a pretty game, but the atmosphere should be rocking at Goodison Park. So yeah, there's also Nottingham Forest, Man City. Forest are quite good at home recently, and you've got to give massive credit to Steve Cooper, because the amount of signings they've made is basically they've signed a whole squad since the start of last summer, since it got promoted to the Premier League, and also in the January transfer window. And at one point it just looked like they were going to get cut adrift, but he's got them playing now. He's got a really good team going at the moment, especially at home, and the likes of Morgan Gibbs-White and Brennan Johnson, very good, and can cause any team a problem. You've seen that with Brennan Johnson's pace, so that is a problem for a lot of defenders who don't like playing against him. And I feel like they could cause Man City a few problems on their counter-attack, but yeah, Man City will be buoyant and bouncing after that big win in midweek against Arsenal. So yeah, and Jack Grealish is in outstanding form at the minute. A lot of people are wondering whether he was a waste of money, but he's coming to the top at the moment. Like I say, the cream rises to the top, and he's doing that at Man City. And also Haaland had a good game against Arsenal. De Bruyne was outstanding as well. My goodness, what a goal that was. So yeah, can't see anything other than a Man City win, but it'll be a tough game. They'll know they'll be in for a game when they come off the pitch, because the atmosphere will be rocking. Forest will be up for it, and yeah, it'll be a tough game, but I think they'll come through it. So yeah, I'm going for a Man City win in that one. And yeah, Wolverhampton Wanderers against Bournemouth. So Bournemouth got a good point against Newcastle at home, but I felt like they should have won that. They've got Dominic Solanke back, and you just wonder, have they got enough quality to get the win here? I'm not sure, to be honest. Like, I think Solanke will give them a big boost, but Wolves are really good at the moment. They beat Liverpool as well, so I feel like Lopetegui's got them playing now, and yeah, they look quite good. So I fancy Wolves to get the win in that one. I'd say a 2-0 probably, Wolves. And yeah, big game in the Saturday evening kickoff. Liverpool travel up to St James's Park. It's a hard game to predict, this one, because I predicted Liverpool at first to win, But then I thought back to how they'd been on the road against the likes of Wolves and Brighton, and they just shipped goals, and they look quite soft as well on the road. Although recently against Everton they played much better, looked a bit more like themselves. But yeah, it's a hard game to predict. Will Newcastle have one eye on the Carabao Cup final, which is coming up next weekend? And obviously I think Liverpool have a good record up at St James's Park as well. So yeah, I kind of went for Newcastle because I thought, yeah, Liverpool are a bit soft away from home this season, but I wouldn't be surprised if Liverpool win because, yeah, they've got a good record and they looked quite decent against Everton as well. So they may have turned a corner. And yeah, I feel like I always say in my videos as well, that I feel like Darwin Núñez will come good. Like, he's getting a lot of chances, he's just not finishing them, and same with Salah as well, he's getting quite a few chances, and they're really good players, these guys, so sooner or later they will start scoring goals. So yeah, even though I predicted Newcastle there, I put a pretty good argument to why I think Liverpool might win it, but yeah, we'll see. It'll be a decent atmosphere, it'll be rocking, they'll want to send the Newcastle players with a win before they go down to Wembley, and the fans will be proper up for that game. So yeah, let's get on to the games on Sunday. So I think Sunday, who's playing? Oh yeah, so Man United are playing Leicester. So in my Super 6 video, I went for a Leicester win, because the reason why I went for that is because Man United will have played Barcelona, and they'll have played the midweek game against Leeds, and then the weekend game against Leeds as well. Whereas Leicester will play just Tottenham in that time. So yeah, I went for a Man United defeat because I felt like Leicester they've been scoring a few goals as well. So they scored 8 goals in the last 2 games, Leicester, and I feel like Man United could have one eye on the game against Barcelona in the return leg. So, and they've been on a really good run at home, they've been on an outstanding run at home, Man United, but like they say, all good runs come to an end, and Leicester will set up to counter-attack, and they've got good pace as well, and decent quality in the likes of Harvey Barnes and James Maddison. So it'll be a tight game, that one. But yeah, Man United obviously will be up for it, and it depends on what the other results are as well. Will they say if Man City and Arsenal drop points, will they be more up for it, and will that galvanise the fans and get them over the line? I don't know, we'll have to wait and see. And yeah, for me, recently in Man United's home games against Crystal Palace and Leeds United, they were quite lucky to get the well, they played quite well against Crystal Palace, but like when they went down to 10 men, they were quite fortunate to get over the line. And in the game against Leeds as well, like they struggled a bit, even if they went 2-0 down, and even at 2-1, Leeds United hit the post. So you just wonder, will they run out of luck? We'll just have to wait and see. And yeah, in the other game on Sunday, who's playing? Let's have a look. Oh yeah, Tottenham West Ham. Oh, this will be a good little derby. Atmosphere will be rocking. West Ham will want to win this game. They really don't like Tottenham, and it'll be interesting to see how Tottenham bounce back after that heavy defeat against Leicester. I wasn't expecting it, especially after what they did against Man City. So yeah, it'll be a good game, this one. West Ham will need to improve from what they did against Chelsea. Even though they got a point, they'll need to be a lot better, and it's just going to be hard to see where the goals are coming from with West Ham. They got like the likes of Bowen and Mikel Antonio, but is that going to be enough to get a few goals? I think that I could see them potentially scoring one, but I can't see them scoring more than one in this game, to be honest. Like, yeah, and you just never know with Tottenham. They're such a hard team to predict. Like I say, 1 minute you beat Man City, the next minute you're losing 4-1 to Leicester. So I just went 1-1, played it safe. So yeah, let me know what you think of the fixtures. And yeah, thank you for watching. Have a good weekend. Hit the like button and subscribe.